Republican senators on November 9 called on Roy Moore, seen here in a file photo, to withdraw from a Senate race in Alabama if allegations of UAL misconduct are true. MorganNathan Morgan for The Washington Post. The National Republican Senatorial Committee on Friday pulled out of a joint fundraising committee it had set up with Alabama Senate candidate Roy Moore's campaign, following allegations the former judge initiated a UAL encounter with a 14-year-old girl nearly 4 decades ago. Republican divisions are deepening over how to respond to the allegations, with national GOP leaders distancing themselves from Moore and calling for him to drop out of the race, while officials in Alabama have largely stood by the candidate. Former presidential candidate Mitt Romney on Friday urged an immediate severing of party ties with Moore. "Innocent until proven guilty is for criminal convictions, not elections," Romney tweeted, before referencing the woman who had accused Moore of inappropriate UAL contact when she was 14. "I believe Lee Kaufman. Her account is too serious to ignore. Moore is unfit for office and should step aside." Romney joined his former rival, Sen. John McCain Rares, in calling for Moore to step down immediately. Other Republican Senate leaders, including Majority Leader Mitch McConnell RKY, have called on Moore to step down on the condition that the reports prove to be true, but they have not yet described a process for assessing the truth of the claims. The GOP's Senate fundraising operation filed paperwork with the Federal Election Commission on Friday to end its agreement with Moore, which was set up in October, a day after the Post published a story in which a woman said Moore had initiated a UAL encounter with her in 1979, when she was 14 and he was 32. The NRSC did not respond to requests for comment. Moore has said he plans to continue his campaign, and there has been no signal from the state Republican Party that they are seriously considering seeking to disqualify him from the December 12 general election ballot. By Friday morning, Moore's allies were defending him and throwing doubt on his accusers, framing the story as a typical clash between conservatives and an untrustworthy media. "What these women are doing is such a shame," said Alabama State Rep. Ed Henry in a Friday interview with Huntsville station WVNN-AM. As a father of 2 daughters, they discredit when women actually are abused and taken advantage of. They're not using their supposed experience to find justice. They're just using it as a weapon, a political weapon. In a Friday interview with the religion news service, Liberty University President Jerry Falwell Jr. predicted that Moore would be vindicated. The same thing happened to President Trump a few weeks before his election last year, except it was several women making allegations, said Falwell. "And I believe the judge is telling the truth." In an extensive report published Thursday, the Post detailed the allegations against Moore by the then 14-year-old and 3 other girls who were between the ages of 16 and 18 when they said the incidents occurred. None of the women sought out the Post. While reporting a story in Alabama about supporters of Moore's Senate campaign, a Post reporter heard that Moore allegedly had sought relationships with teenage girls. Over the ensuing 3 weeks, 2 Post reporters contacted and interviewed the 4 women. All were initially reluctant to speak publicly but chose to do so after multiple interviews, saying they thought it was important for people to know about their interactions with Moore. The women say they don't know one another. David.Weigel at washpost.com